evening, everybody. Welcome to Sunday night. It's 13th of March 2022. My name is Kelley Farley. I'm an independent Stampin' Demonstrator in Auckland, New Zealand. Oops. Getting some feedback. Sorry, getting that sorted. Just wait and see if anyone is able to pop on and join me tonight. So, got two popped on, which I can't actually see who they are. Their little icons haven't popped on. So if you're there, say hi. If you're sticking around, even if you're not, if you're popping in to say hello and then leaving again, then that's totally fine as well. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so this is our card for tonight. It's got like a little belly band, and then it's not what it looked. It's not what I thought. Hi Trace. When I was looking for a card for tonight, it's not the one that I thought it was, but it opens out like this. So you've got quite a really good card for someone that you need to write lots to, or you know, if you've got a few people signing it. So it's a really good design for that, but also a great way of using up some designer series paper. Hi Glennis. And this designer series paper is one that I didn't think that I would use. It's the Hey Sports Fan, I think it's called. And so I've chosen some of the papers that I thought would be just sort of, you know, kind of cheery and happy. I'm not really a sporty kind of person, so those sorts of things don't really usually are not what I go for. Hi Lisa. So we will have a go, we'll share this, we'll make this together. Somebody said that they couldn't see the measurements on the on my post very well, so hopefully if you click on the photo it'll enlarge and you'll be able to get them. I'll go through them as I'm going through. So that's our card for tonight. I don't know what it's called. I've just called it a front double flap fold card because it's got two flaps on the front. So I'm going to stick with the same colour theme, and I'm going to I've got some pieces that are going to be for my hi Sue, for my sentiment here. So you don't have to use you could use whatever. You don't even have to put anything on there. You could use some stamps of images and cut them out and decorate your belly band with it that way. A belly band which on the measurements had I think I put 1 inch by 9. This is actually just a piece. When I cut this piece here, it was one of the pieces left over, so it's the full length of the A4. Hi Andrea. Full length of A4, and it's 1 inch wide, so we can, you know, adjust that to what we need. And then we've got a piece of, this is not Night of Navy cardstock, and it is 5 7/8 by A4, which 5 7/8 is this width of a standard card. So you will only get one card out of your cardstock, but it does give you extra for, you probably, I think it's that piece that I cut, so you get like a couple of extra bits that you can decorate with. Then we have a piece of, I've got very vanilla because it coordinates with my designer series paper, and that is cut at 4 by 3 5/8, and then 3 pieces of designer series paper. First one is 1 1/4, 1 7/8, no, 1 1/4, I was right, by 5 7/8, and then this is 1 7/8, so just under 2 inches, and then this one is 3 1/2 by 5 7/8. Being 5 7/8 just gives you just a little tiny border around the edge there, so that's the 1/4 inch that I generally kind of come in from our card base at the bottom. And then these two are just scraps that I've got that I'm going to cut my ovals out of. Okay, so the first thing we do is we need our trimmer. I'll lift you up a little bit so that I can, whoops, move you back a bit. It moved a bit more than I thought. Sorry about that. Wobbly. Alright, so the first one is scoring, and you're scoring at 1.5. Let me make sure I've got that right. Yes, 1.5. Now I have adjusted these. The tutorial that I watched, hi Glennis, the tutorial that I watched was American, so their cardstock is only 11 inches long, so I've adapted it to fit in the extra 3/4 of an inch. So it is, you may see it on Pinterest or something like that, but I've just adjusted it so that we didn't have to trim any of our card off. Alright, so 1.5. 5 3/4 is the next one. So just before that 5 7/8, 5 3/4. Get a nice, and then 9.5 is the last one. Hi Mary, how are you? Hopefully I've got that right. Bit distracted by some noise in my lounge that is happening with the husband and the daughter. Sorry about that, ladies. Sorry. So we're just going to fold these 3 score lines. So it is just 3 score lines. We're just going to fold them. I like to fold them back and forth so that they don't, so that they move nicely when you open and close your card. And they seem to sit a little bit better. Oh, that's good, Mary. I'm pleased to hear you as well. Alright, so when we put this together, these two pieces here, one is longer than the other on the ends. When you've got, that's essentially your centre mark. It's not quite your centre mark, but essentially your centre mark. And then you've got the piece that is on the right hand side, which has got the wider score piece, and then on the left hand side, which has got a little bit narrower. So you're going to bring that, you're going to fold that into the centre and bring that back towards the left hand side, and then you're going to bring the right piece over the top, and then there's a gap of about my finger width, which is about 1/4 inch, and you're going to bring that over here, and that gives you your 3 layers. And then we're just going to burnish those a bit more, give them a bit more teasing down, so when you open your card it opens up like that. Okay, so starting off with some, let's go down a little bit more now, you don't need to be that high. Hi Sandra, that's not a problem. Thank you so much for your beautiful card that arrived too. It was so lovely to get some nice mail and not bills. So it was beautiful. I brought it in here. I'm going to show everybody at the end. It's lovely. Thank you so much for being so thoughtful. Alright, so stamping, I'm going to, actually before I stamp, I'm going to cut my oval. That way we can do all the stamping at the same time. So I'm bringing in my little fan. Not too bad actually. I've still got a little bit of a yucky nose, so unfortunately that means I'm not allowed to go back to work. One more day, hopefully we'll get that sorted. But yeah, much better than I was. I was starting to get a little bit worried though. I said to Matt earlier today, are you hot? I'm feeling very hot. He's like, yeah, it's really hot. I was like, okay. So, it had been quite still, and so we hadn't really had the fan going or anything like that. Right, so I am using my layering ovals. Now these unfortunately are retired. They have them in circles, but I thought we had the ovals. We don't. So I'm going to cut the scalloped one out first in the Night of Navy, and I'm just going to pop that through. Get it work, because it worked perfectly fine this afternoon. There we go. Alright, so we've got a scalloped oval, get rid of that, out of the way. It goes both ways, but I feel a little bit more in control when I have it going this way. And then we're just going to do a straight oval. I'm going to angle it so that I can and get another piece and use out of that card because I'm cheap. Oh, thank you, Sue. Have a holiday. Have a holiday, Lisa. Oh, no, I feel really bad for Alana who's stuck there by herself. Just keep thinking of all the things that, I mean, last week I was sick. Rubbish duty on a Sunday night. That's a nice way to remember, isn't it? Ours is midweek, so I can forget. Alright, so if you remember, oh good, I'm glad you're hot, Alison. I was starting to think, oh my god, have I got another fever or something? I did test negative. Yeah, she really enjoyed having the dog yesterday, she said, on Friday. So if you are considering having this little baby, nice and mobile, and comes with the plates, remember it is on 20% off for the month of March. So if you are considering it, I would suggest getting it sometime in March because you get it with the extra discount on it. Okay, sorry, that's the end of my little sales pitch. But it's such a good deal. If you can get 20% off it, it brings it just on $100 or just over $100. So, you know, it's better in your pocket, isn't it? Right, before I glue that down, I need to stamp. So I'm using Native Navy and Bumblebee, which are the two colours that I've chosen out of the pack that I'm using, the Designer Series paper pack, and I'm using these two stamp sets. I don't know how well you can see them. Tasteful Touches, and I used this one here, just saying hello, and then I thought inside this is a really nice one here, to a friend that makes me smile. So I've kind of gone over two stamp sets with that, and I'm going to stamp the same as on the other one. I'm going to say just saying hello on there, and my other one I'm going to put on the inside so that it's there when it's opening. So let me move this out of my way so I get a nice flat surface.
Hi, sorry I'm interrupting, but when you eat pineapple it eats you back, right?
Oh, cool.
No, because Dad doesn't believe me.
Okay. I've never thought about whether pineapple eats you back.
Oh, why?
Because things a teenage brain comes out with. Does anyone else have an opinion on that? If you eat pineapple, it eats you back. Can't say I thought about it. I think she means the acid, but it gets acidic and it gets kind of tangy. But anyway, welcome to my world of a 14-year-old dealing with. I've made my card too wide. I have to trim that. Actually, I don't even think I measured it. I just pulled it. That made my night. Oh my god. Pineapple eats you back. Now you've heard it all, ladies. Yeah, I think so, Lisa. I think that's what she means. She's a little bit quirky at times, is our Piper. But maybe I'll do the top and bottom as well. I pulled this out of my pack thinking it was the right size, but it's probably the right size for a standard card. And it was a little bit big because now it's 4 inches. So this is going to go inside here. Now it's up to you really where you put it. You could put another one on this side as well. You'll just need to measure that and see how wide it is. But this one, when you open it, it opens into that. So you could pop another one there if you wanted. If you had quite a few people. Yes, she was full of funnies. If you had a few people signing the card, then it would, it would be really good to be able to put it, put a piece on both sides that you could all sign, all squeezing into a little space on your card. All right, so centering this, and my sentiment is crooked. That's right. It's a funny stamp, that one. It feels crooked. Feels crooked if I put it that way, so I have to do my block crooked. Anyway, all right. So stamping on our sentiment here. It's the story of the thing my teens are saying pineapple eats my lips. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it, what they come up with? It is quite acidic though, I suppose, pineapple. And so I guess that's kind of what she's meaning. Alrighty, so actually such a nice little sentiment, just saying hello, even on its own. Let me pull it off, get it a bit dry. Sometimes with the, not so much with the basic white, but, and because basic white I use the fix, but sometimes when we had the Whisper White and the Very Vanilla as well, it's got a little bit of a sheen to the front of it. So sometimes it takes a minute or so for the ink to settle. So I'd like to make sure that it is settled before I start playing around with it. And I'm just going to pop that on there, like that, and then I'm going to press that down and make sure the brains are unwired at the moment. That's so true. They are. It is hard to believe that sometimes that was my cute little 4-year-old. It did really awesome stuff. Yes, I have been to many a parenting, well, not parenting actually, it was for teaching, but few people have said about their brain being rewired or unwired. Okay, so now this part here is where you kind of need to keep having the card open. Well, you might not need to. I needed to have it keep opening and closing it so I could make sure I put my designer series paper on the right side, because you are putting some on this on the back essentially, and then some on the front. So the pieces that I've chosen are a little bit different to this one. I've got that one, I don't know how well you can see that, it's like a blue wood grain, which is really quite pretty, and then a piece of the Starburst one, which I've just cut off the side of that. Can't remember what side actually, that side. And then some of the Star. This time I've gone for a piece of vanilla that's got like a distressed stripe through it, for something a little bit different in the middle. Excuse me, let me just have a... Sorry. Yes, I can understand that, you know, and is it because Americans have different grammar? I don't know. But I see what you mean. I see what you mean, Alison. Yeah. That's the teacher in you as well, isn't it? Alright, so this piece is going to be folded over. I'm putting my star. See, this is the back of the stars as baseball bats. So if you're into some kind of softball baseball, that's a good one for you. Yeah, and I'm going to go this way, I think. Just looking at how I'd cut through the stars. And I think that's probably the best way. I'm just going to push that down. Get all the air bubbles out. Alright, and now I'm going to close it. I'm going to put my piece on this bit here, on this larger piece. Now I've chosen to put some designer series paper. The tutorial that I followed, she just used a piece of coloured cardstock, so it's up to you really what you want to use. She'd actually run it through the cut and emboss machine and embossed it. I thought it was another opportunity to use another piece of designer series paper so that it doesn't get to the point that it retires and then I sell it. I'm using it, and when I sell, what I've started doing is when I sell some stuff that I have on the Stampin' Up page. What are you sorry for? I thought you'd like it, Heidi, if you were out there. Okay, so then our last piece of design series paper is going to go here because it folds back onto itself, like so. So this piece here, glue that there. I'm going to pop this here. The nice thing with stripes and stars and things, you don't actually need to worry about which direction you cut it, because it'll look great both ways. Okay, let me just wiggle that over. So that's the end of our card. When you open it, it has that nice greeting inside. You could stamp something. Should we stamp something? How about a feather? Should we go feather or should we go... No, that's no, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry at all. Should I go feather? Or should we go just like texture down in the bottom corner? What do you reckon, ladies? Give me your first one to share your opinion. So this one or the feather? I'm thinking here. Or there. And there. Thanks, Glennis. Left. This one seems to be, I think that's what you mean by left, Sue, because I moved them around then, and there's like a little delay. Sitting here just chilling in bed, feeling better but still stuffed up. It's coming up negative, so hopefully just a head cold. Yeah, test yourself tomorrow. Test yourself tomorrow as well, Heidi. I hate to say it, I really do. But if there's some going around at school, then there's a chance it's the same thing, mate. It's a shame, because it sucks being sick. I mean, it sucks being sick for anything, but, you know, when it's not COVID, I don't know whether you recover a bit. I was thinking about that a bit earlier, like, when I've had a head cold before, I don't feel like it's taken this long to get over it. But who knows? Okay, so when I do a belly band, I like to have it a little bit longer than I need, and I like to work with it in the back. So if I pop it on there and get it to a point that I am comfortable, and then loosely give it a little bit of a gap at the top. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm kind of working with about a couple of millimeters extra on that side, and then a couple of millimeters extra on this side, and then you can just pinch it. So then when you pull it off, you've got it all lined up and it will fit on, and then you can glue it down. Now when I put this on, if I want to center it, it's just hidden. When I did it before, I actually had to move it to the right, which was fine, or I could have put it onto the left, which again is fine. But I think I might just trim my ends a little bit so that they're not too long. So that's one of the bonuses of having your belly band a little bit longer than what you need. So then actually I might go this way. Then just pop a little bit of glue. Can go a little bit further along. And if this piece here isn't straight, it's not going to matter, because your shape is going to be over the top of it, or your decoration. So just get your edges together, your side pieces together. Don't want glue on the back of it. Ooh, what would that like? I don't know, maybe I should do the same. just thinking I might put some of that texture on the front. Stamp off a little bit lighter. So I've just got some scrap to the side of me that I'm just stamping off on. So yeah, gives a bit more texture to it. Thanks, Angela, that's very kind. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I love seeing what all of you guys come up with. So that actually has just oozed out a little bit. I'm just going to spread that off with my nail. Our Tombow does dry clear, but it also is, the reason it's called multi-purpose glue, it's called multi-glue, is that if you glue it down and then adhere something else to it straight away, it becomes a permanent bond. But if you leave it till it goes kind of dry and tacky and clear, then it actually becomes repositionable. So if I left that on there, it would get stuck on my card, and I don't really want it to do that. So now I'm going to put my belly band back on, and I'm going to have that piece at the front because I want to cover it with my piece here. And I might just look at centering that, so I'm going to use some dimensionals to do that. And I like to use my Take Your Pick tool, so I'm going to center one there, and then I kind of go there, and go the center. It's not going to matter if it's a bit closer on the narrower part. There we go. I'll have a go, Lisa. They won't be exact because measurements in inches don't always line up. But yeah, if it's the 7/8 bits that you're having trouble with, if you just go by half an A5, half an A4. If you cut an A4 in half, which I think is, well, I want to say 14.9. Is that 14.9? No, it's not. No, it's not. I will get back to you. I'll have a look and see if I can work it out for you. But again, they're not going to be exact as what they would be. Not that my measurements are exact either, but it was a bit easier switching measurements from an already inches type design. The one that I got, I just had to make it slightly bigger. But I will have a go at doing that for you. Alrighty, because there's not too many that I'd have to change up. So those are our two cards for tonight. Slightly similar, using the Hey Sports Fan design series paper, and a nice quick card, really. I mean, I fluffed about and talked a bit, but a really nice, quick, easy card that you could decorate any way you liked. If you wanted to, you could also decorate the inside pieces, and like I said, you could put another piece on the inside over here for writing on. And if you have a lot of people, thank you, Alison, if you have a lot of people that you are writing to, you could always write on the back too. 14.9, thank you, Angela. 14.9 is the width here, isn't it? The A5 width, and then you've got the A4 width. Sorry, this is the depth, that's the width. Yeah, 14.9. Because then, like there are some people that I do know that work in centimetres, so their matting is then 14.4, 14.5, so it's kind of half a centimetre in from there. 1 inch I do know is 2.5 centimetres, Lisa, so it works out. Yeah. But this is one of our standard size cards, so it would be 14.9 in there. Alright, I'm going to stop rambling now, or thinking aloud, but thank you very much. Oh yeah, you've still got some left, Lisa, that's good. Are you meaning that you've got the same colour? Whoops, don't press that button, Kelly. All right, let's flip over to, let me flip you up for a minute, and hopefully I've put my hair up because I started getting hot, and hopefully it's not sticking up all over the place. So thank you very much to the wonderful ladies. There was 7 of you. Was there 7? 2, 4, 6, yeah. So I've got Alison, Sandra, Sue, Lisa, Glennis, Andrea, Tracy. Please do let me know. Oh, that's handy if it's already embossed. Please do let me know if I have missed you. Sorry, that was a bit close. I was trying to push myself further back and ended up going further closer into the screen. That wasn't good. Maybe I do need the extra day off. Okay. So 7 lovelies are created. Please go and have a look at their creations. They've made some beautiful cards. So the butterfly paper that you used was just gorgeous. I think that's is it the Butterfly Bayou? And I missed out on that when they put it on the clearance rack. That was really gutting. Butterflies are my thing. All right. So I'm going to flip you around. We're going to spin the wheel, and then I'm going to let you go to have your Sunday evening. Thank you once again, ladies, for joining me. Good luck to all you lovelies, and I look forward to seeing creations on Wednesday night, during the week, and sharing Wednesday night. So, whoop, whoop. Yay! Congratulations, Sue. I will be in touch with you shortly once I've loaded all of this up and popped it on my YouTube channel, and that's funny, Glennis, and send you a selection of things that you can choose from for your prize. I am getting a bit dry in the mouth, so I'm going to go and get something to drink, and I will catch you lovelies on Wednesday night. Take care. Thanks again for joining me, and have a great week. Bye.